Liquidators, welcome to this morning's London session live stream with the FX Liquidator team. It's myself, Floyd, again, hosting with Heat. And we've also got Lisboa, Vin and Chuan in the chat today, so we will all be getting involved. So we'll be running the same format as the last couple of days. So we're going to run through the news, do a little bit of top-down analysis, and yeah, we'll get into the session. So looking at Forex Factory today, there's not really much going on in terms of high impact news. I don't know if any of these are really gonna have any weight in the market today. Maybe unemployment claims at 1:30 UK time. But then the only high impact we've got is the Bank of Canada Gov Macklem speaks. So yeah, hopefully we don't see news really impacting the markets today. But yeah, we'll see. So today I'm going to be looking at gold, and Heat will be running through EU. So I'll be trading gold, and Heat will be trading EU, and we might glance across a couple pairs throughout the session to see if there's any opportunity. So yeah, on gold, we have been heavily bearish now for some time. Obviously, we had this bullish market leg, but overall, it's been a bearish market, especially this leg down here. For me, I've kind of got two biases, if I'm honest. So I'm bearish and bullish, and I'll run through the reasons for why I'm either bullish and bearish, and what I would like to see to get confirmation of which bias to go for today's session. So yeah, we run through gold. Obviously, we've had this bullish order flow on the 4-hour, running up, meeting this supply zone. This last down move, this daily demand, is where we've bounced off. But if you look at this demand, it's invalid because it was unable to break this top level supply here. So you know, it hasn't really done anything to sort of validate its purpose as the right zone to trade off to run these highs. However, doesn't mean it's not going to hold. Yeah, so as you can see on the daily, we've just been trending downwards. Order flow's been going bearish until we hit here, and right now we're trading within this range, and we have hit this large block of supply, and I believe we are around the 50% level of the supply. Yeah, within the 50% region, and I've just got a supply zone marked up within that 50% level. So at FX Liquidators, we do like to look at 50% levels of supply zones. We find that's where we can get high probability trades or high probability setups when sort of looking at a bias when we're doing our top-down analysis. So we take a quick look at 4-hour order flow. So sort of before this happened, it was looking like this. So for any of you that trade Wyckoff, this is looking like a textbook Wyckoff distribution. You've got bullish order flow, and then we get a break of order flow, which could be a sign of weakness break, and then obviously a run up to create our LPSY, and this is where you typically expect then a breakdown, which is sort of in line with a switch in order flow, which is seen here. However, since having this initial analysis about half hour ago, we have seen bullishness come into the market. So yeah, so that's the bear case. We're going for a Wyckoff distribution, and this might be a liquidity grab, but this break of order flow here basically came to almost tap the daily demand we had here. And this, I like this demand area because it took out these highs here. So in actual fact, that break of the 4-hour order flow could have just been a liquidity grab to come almost tap the daily demand, release some orders to allow the composite man to take price higher. So what I want to see is two things. If we're going to flip bullish, because right now this could just be a manipulation of the Asian range, although it looks like it's about to break those highs. I want to see this high get violated, take this high, and hopefully get some pullbacks into this this large up move, or see what order flow is saying to look for some long plays, and I would be targeting probably. Oh. Maybe this liquidity point here, or potentially higher, depending on how the day plays out. But yeah, alternatively, if this is a Wyckoff distribution and this is just a liquidity a grab, I very much want to see price come to the downside and into this demand area here, at least breaking this order flow point here, this swing low, to continue with bearish order flow on the 4-hour. But you know, we're seeing a lot of impulse off this demand here, and if you look at this demand, although it's coming to this 4-hour supply zone, 4-hour hidden supply zone, it was responsible taking out this high, taking out this supply line here. So yeah, it makes sense for price to turn around here and then like just continue up. But until we break the Asian range, which we haven't done yet, and until we break this high, I'm not gonna marry myself to the bias fact we've got a bullish day. I need to see that clear sign of strength that we're going up. If not, if we start to break down, I'll be looking for some shorts. And yeah, that's how I see gold today. Heat's gonna run through EU on his screen for your review this morning.
Yeah, just 1 second. Okay, so just really quick on EU. So it's quite bearish right now. On the weekly, we broke structure last week. On the daily, we continue to break structure to the downside. 4 hours time frame, we were actually bullish until 2 days ago, yesterday, where we broke structure to the downside. This was the 4 hour. So we broke structure to the downside here yesterday, and we bounced off a demand zone here. But looking at this demand zone, it looks like a really weak demand zone. So I'm quite surprised that it had so much strength to hold the price. But it did bounce off of it, and what we're seeing now is quite a strong push up. Let me just go down a little lower. So on the 15-minute, we were looking at this area is looking like a distribution up until 15-20 minutes ago, and then suddenly it bounced off and pushed up really strongly. So what we're thinking now is that was just a liquidity buildup and creating a reaccumulation to push up. And originally 15-20 minutes ago we were bearish, thinking that we may see the prices push down, but after that push up it changed our bias, and we're thinking that it may push up. So it already broke the Asia range. We have a significant supply zone right here where the price strongly pushed off of. What we'd like to see now is a break of that supply zone to confirm the bullish structure, and then after that what we'll probably look for is some pullbacks for longs. A nice demand zone that was created on the push up just now, what you can see here, could be a good area to look for longs for if it comes back to that area. But ultimately, what we want to see is a break of the supply zone first, and then after that, pullbacks for longs. And if it's just a fake out, and it does decide to turn bearish, what we'll expect is this supply zone to hold, and after that, start to see the price push down. And ultimately, what we want to see is a breakdown below the current low. But I think if we see the supply zone hold, we may start to look for shorts in that area. But if we see it break, then we'll start to look for longs on pullbacks. So that's it for my analysis. Eski, I'm going to switch back to you.
Yeah, cool.
All right, we're good. And if anyone has any other thoughts, I mean, we have quite a few people in the stream this time. I mean, feel free to give your thoughts at any time.
Yeah, don't know what to think right now. Well, I do, but yeah, I think I would like to see this high get broken, but until it's out of its Asia range, I'm not going to assume anything. What do you guys think?
I think we should pass the highs.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's about it, you know. We should pass the highs. Of course, you need your confirmations, but you know.
Let's see.
To the moon. Run the Asian highs from Monday.
Actually, if you don't mind, Lisboa, can you give your short-term analysis on your thoughts on EU? I'm curious to hear what you have to say about it.
Hey, what's up? So we tapped into 1 hour demand, and we have bullish order flow. We are now approaching the supply range, and we are mitigating the decisional supply that broke the low of the range. So we could see shorts from here, but because on the 4 hour leg, so if we measure out the high to the low, we are still below the 50%. And as you said, there's a bunch of liquidity here, so I wouldn't be surprised if we even go higher, especially because we just reaccumulated right here. And so right now, what I'll be looking for is, so we either see a change of character and we can go short, at least to target the demand zones right here, or we just see another reaccumulation here. We create a demand to supply flip. So maybe something like, basically we just see an interaction between buyers and sellers at the current supply, and then we see a failure of supply, and then maybe we getting on the demand that caused the failure. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So right now, I would look for shorts if we have a nice change of character, so a sweep of the eyes and then a break of structure lower. If not, I'll just sit on my hands and wait for whatever he wants to do. And I'm not sure if you wanted me to share my screen, but
yeah, you're free to. I can switch to you.
Okay. So maybe I'll just redo the analysis. Maybe it's easier.
All right, it's up.
Okay, so as I was saying, we tapped into the 1 hour demand and we have bullish order flow. So basically, we are taking some lows and then respecting demand, but then breaking the highs. And so, we are bullish coming out of this 1 hour demand. And if I measure out the entire 4 hour leg, so from the high to the low, we are still below the equilibrium. So we could potentially see longs up until these areas. However, we are now mitigating the decisional supply that broke the low of this range. So we could also see shorts from here. So right now, I'll be looking for a change of character inside this supply to then maybe target the demand zones down here or even the equal lows. Or if we don't get a change of character, I might look for something like, let's say, a reaction to supply, then a failure, and then I would get in on the demand to target some of the buy side liquidity right here. And if I go on the 15 minutes, there's no clear supplies that I would use here, so I would have to kind of wait to see what price does. But right now, because we just did a reaccumulation, so we swept the lows, tapped into demand, and then we had this huge impulse to the upside. I might be expecting a run on all these highs.
The resting liquidity that's up there.
But because this is the decisional that broke the low of the supply range, we could also see shorts coming from here. So that's pretty much my thoughts right now.
So exactly as I was thinking as well.
I was looking to buy here, but I didn't get an entry. So basically, I saw a chalk on the 1 minute, so we swept the low, and then we took out the highs. I wanted to get an entry either on the flip, because we had a 5 minute supply right here, and so we had a little stopping action right here, so I wanted to get in either on the flip or on the origin, but price never came back, so I didn't get my entry. But that's pretty much it. So now now it's just a waiting game. I don't know.
And we have London open in 1 minute. So we could start to see some reaction soon. Yeah, it's actually pushing right into that zone, right at the open. I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see a flip like right at the open. Okay, Eski, I'm going to switch back to your screen.
Yep.
Okay, London's open now.
Yeah, very much. Just gonna sit on my hands.
Yeah, so gold and EU, we're seeing the exact same things. We're in a supply zone right now.
Yeah, it's quite funny the dynamics between what's happening here. So obviously EU's gone to that key supply zone here. Start to push off it at the moment, and then gold runs the Asia range. Starts to push off this.
Yeah.
So it could go. I feel it could go either way right now.
You are in that UJ back. This bro.
Yeah. I took a trade on GJ.
Oh my god, TU. I'm looking at TU. I won't say specifically what happened, but it actually swung below the Asia range, had a strong push up to clear the entire Asia range,
Yeah.
Yeah, GU gave a perfect entry. If you look on the 1 minute, like at the bottom, we tapped into demand and then we had a perfect chalk on a test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was focusing on EU and I missed it.
I saw that GU, but I didn't want to take it because it's only 1 minute. I expect to see 15 minute chop and it didn't come back to me.
Yeah,
Because they are below demand zone, so I don't want to risk it.
yeah. I mean that demand zone was responsible for breaking the highs.
Yeah, the thing. Yeah.
And so as soon as we tapped in, we had a perfect 1 minute chalk and a test. It was a very, very nice entry, but I wasn't looking at it. I missed it.
I monitor it, but yeah, I didn't pull the trigger because they're imbalance below, and I pressed that.
But I find GU moves really well.
I will look for another EU because I don't think the supply zone can help with the reaction.
EU just tapped into 50% of the entire supply zone range.
Yeah, it's 50% imbalance. That's far.
It would be nice if we can see a small minor breaker structure down.
Actually, I'm looking at here. I'm looking to sell here if we have. I want to sell here. Let's see.
So both structures are holding on gold and EU.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would look for a short, but I mean, this structure's ugly.
Yeah.
Really ugly. So,
Here you should stop for a check.
Yeah, I'm at break even.
get some development of structure, what looks like something we can work with. I might go for a short here. Yeah, you refine it. We literally just came to tap that last little bit of imbalance on this 5-minute supply. Yeah, but I'm still not gonna disregard if we can just still run these highs.
But I do like the way it like stopped exactly at that supply zone. It's just right now, yeah, it's just a matter of what happens next. If it comes down, pulls back a little,
The whole day, yeah, definitely.
and then I mean I'm still not that bearish on this yet, because even if it does pull down, I'm thinking it may hit some of those demand zones just to push up from there. So I want to keep open-minded and be ready. I mean, if it does come down, to enter longs.
And to be honest,
I
it's
mean,
the same
hedge
with
long.
Yeah, so like say we start crashing down now.
Uh-huh.
Nothing to say this demand zone is gonna hold and go.
Yeah,
So nothing to say we're not gonna return to origin and go off this demand here.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm seeing on EU, because that demand zone that was created on the push up just 30 minutes ago could be a good area to look for longs.
Yeah,
And then the origin as well.
definitely. Yes, I'm not looking to rush a trade this morning, if I'm honest. So I've been looking back at my trades, and my best ones are when I let structure tell me exactly when to get in.
Yeah. The only problem is since we started live streaming. Oh man, the structure hasn't been unfolding for us so nicely.
Just one for the live stream. So this might not run, but if it does run, I am in this. So yeah, that goes along with my bias of what I explained with the Wyckoff distribution, but it's at break even. So if it gets tapped out, it's to me it's not really a drama. But yeah, if that does run, I will post a screenshot of that on our Instagram with the MT4 confirmation.
That's really interesting. We saw that huge move prior to London Open, and then London Open, we see nothing.
Yeah, and it's almost like the real London move happens at 7 a.m. UK time. So, when we got this big move up. Because if you look back on the charts each day, you kind of get a bigger move at this time than maybe when London opens.
Yeah, I agree. Even yesterday, I was in a trade prior to London Open.
Yeah, so I think the real move comes before London Open, potentially, sometimes. Not all the time.
Or that could be the fake out move, because yesterday was a fake out move.
Yeah, very true.
Because yesterday I was in a long right before the strong push down that started after London Open.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's gonna trade tomorrow? That's the real question. NFP Friday.
Me.
Are you?
Yeah, man. Limits.
Asia and London, I'll probably trade, but I probably will avoid the New York session completely.
Yeah, I'll be looking at my trading schedule since being able to do it every day, and I'm gonna start taking Fridays off. I think because I can't hold over the weekend unless it's like personal or with challenge. So kinda not that I intend to hold every trade overnight, because that's not the case, but when it's a low volume day, I just feel like it's probably better to take that day for myself and focus on the Monday to Thursday.
Ben, did you just take a risk entry?
What?
Did you just take a risk entry? It was from a previous trade.
No, that's that's a previous trade. That's just 15-second structure.
Trade's that been?
What's that?
What are you trading now? Oh, gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my short is now break even. So, that's a shame, but to me, break even is not a big deal. I had a bias with the 4-hour Wyckoff, and it's simply not played out. Discord.
Sorry, I'm deleting my alerts as they come up. Is gold starting to come down right now?
Gold? No, not really.
Still going up.
It's just tapped into the high.
Goes on EU, it's starting to come down a little. I'd like to see a minor break of structure. If I see that, I may start to look for shorts.
Yeah, for me to consider shorting here, break of this. But if we
Yeah.
do this here,
Kind of like,
I might look for longs just in my area.
kind of the same thing I'm seeing on EU. But they're reacting differently right now. EU's coming down, gold looks like it's coming up.
The nice push up.
So gold and EU aren't in sync anymore. EU is still holding it.
Yeah. So was EU still in that supply zone?
Yeah, it's still there.
Interesting.
It's actually looking quite nice for shorts if it breaks structure, like minor structure to the downside.
Yeah. Gold is absolutely having it.
gonna switch to my screen, Eski.
Yeah.
We're starting to break structure on
Yeah. Move to you.
on the. Okay, so we broke structure, minor structure, the downside. So what I'm just waiting for now to see what kind of pullback we get. I'd like to see a liquidation, but I'm not sure we're going to get it. So I'll watch closely. If we don't get that liquidation, I may just enter on the 50%. But this is going to be a risk entry.
And what's your take profit levels? Where are you targeting?
So what I'm looking at right now is my first real partial, not my 1 to 2, will be right above the demand zone.
Yeah.
And then the second partial will be right above the demand zone below.
Yeah.
And my final target will be actually way down at the weekly demand zone. But I'll be happy if the first two hit.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing maybe only the first one hits.
That's your 50% partial, isn't it?
My 50% will be the 1 to 2, somewhere in the middle.
Okay, yeah.
Depending on how this plays out, because it's going to be a risk entry, so I may have a wide stop loss. And if I do, my first partial will probably be that partial below the demand zone.
Okay, yeah. Nice.
Just gonna measure it really quick. Oh, fuck. Cool. That'll be about 14 pips, and if I keep the stop loss wide, then it'll be about 1 to 2 anyway, so a little more. All right, pulling back now. Just to be safe. Yeah, it's a 6 pip stop loss. Is huge.
How big?
6 pips.
That's mammoth.
Yeah. But anyways, we'll see what happens, because if we don't get it, if we get that liquidation, then I'll just
get re-entry.
No, I won't enter until I see whether we get that liquidation or not. And if we do get a liquidation, then my stop loss will be the high. Okay,
yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm sort of thinking long on gold if it comes into my zone here. Sort of tapping into supply now, but nothing I feel is highly significant. Yeah, so if we come into here, I'll look for a fractal.
Yeah, I see this a lot. The push down, the initial push down, it had a like a spike pullback to exactly the 50% of that push down.
Oh yeah, yeah, I see that.
And I'm wondering if that was actually the entry.
Potentially.
Are you guys going to short EU?
Yeah, I'm looking to short right now. I'm just waiting for a pullback.
Yeah, I don't like how it built the
No, I
equalize.
don't like this structure on EU. I can't see any clear order block.
Yeah, I don't like the equalize. But
Yeah. That's why I want to see if it has a liquidation first. Because if it has a liquidation, then I'll be a little more confident to enter.
I like how that wick that it just made now created inducement, so it could be good for shorts. But yeah, GU also distributed, but then when it came down, it respected the demand that broke the previous range. And so I could see GU going higher, and then if GU goes higher, then EU will probably follow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
But right now, GU is starting to gain strength, while EU is actually getting weaker.
Yeah, I might look for a confirmation entry, but I don't think I will be placing a limit here.
A risk, yeah. But I don't know. I'd really like to see that liquidation first. If I see a liquidation and comes right back down, then I'll enter then. If it is a risk entry, I'll reduce my risk as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna short GJ.
before you were long, right?
Yeah, it took me out at break even. I should have zoomed out a little bit because it pretty much cleared the eyes, mitigated supply, and then came down. So I should have. Yeah, if I had zoomed out, I would probably had closed my position because it ran. I think. Yeah, it ran 7 hours. So
Oh man.
I could have closed it, but yeah, I didn't zoom out enough. I was expecting it to go to the supply zone above. But yeah, now it's a confirmed distribution, so yeah, I think it looks very good for shorts.
Which one, GJ?
JJ, yeah.
Yeah, I'm considering a short on gold around this area if I get confirmation.
Let me switch to your screen.
Uh,
Alright.
50% of the supply. I mean, if it was to, then I mean, it's still in line with 4-hour order flow. If it was to then come down, but I need a solid confirmation first. What I'm not getting at the moment.
Yeah, if we get a choke on EU, I might try to go long, so that if I get in a short, at least I have an edge.
Makes sense.
But I have to see how it delivers.
I can see a clear sign, clear break at this low. Probably short 50% of the this move.
if I try to go on the second chart, it says I need to upgrade to premium plan. I'm on.
Sorry?
If I go to the second chart on gold, it tells me I need to upgrade to the premium plan.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm on the premium plan. I just double checked.
You have seconds, don't you?
It's working fine on EU, but I still have 96 days left on my premium plan, so I don't know what's going on.
Gold's an exclusive only.
Can you guys take a look at my screen?
Yep. Switching. Alright, you're live.
So in this case, what I wanted to ask you, where would you choose to enter? So yeah, we have a distribution. We just broke the low, and so if I want to go short, would you guys go short from this supply or the extreme?
Probably like 50% of it. The whole move, whole up move.
So from here, right?
Yeah, something like that. Or like 50% of the very up move. You know not that. You know that last, it's up. So that 1 minute demand, 50% of that. Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Okay. Yeah,
just have to stop above the high.
Okay. Cool. That's just what I wanted to ask.
Switching back to USD.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so I'm not actually shorting here. I had an idea of what I wanted price to do, but I think we're going to continue going up. Yeah, I'm thinking we should start the stream earlier when we do it. Like, I got on earlier. Because, like, I was watching the charts more closely. It was still, like, there seems to be more action actually before London opens.
Yeah, I think it's like in Frankfurt open, like around.
Yeah.
So for me it's 7. So I think you are 1 hour ahead of me. So like,
Yeah.
for you it should be 6.
I'm going to switch back to my stream. Just looking at EU, it's actually, I haven't yet. It's come back to my entry zone. Just want to see what happens. a few
Yeah, 'cause
seconds.
that could be a reaccumulation.
Yeah.
So got that distribution then like a creek, then your spring.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's reacting.
Yeah, there's just so much liquidity above the zone, the supply zone, that I don't know if it's very ever to go for shorts here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just did a massive reaccumulation, and so yeah, I think, especially because we have equalized, I think it might want to go higher.
Okay, it seems to be dropping a little bit on gold.
So it actually created a liquidation wick on EU.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to enter, but not getting a pullback now.
Yeah, it would be a nice entry actually.
I may look. We get one more pullback, I'll enter. I don't think we'll get it now. Let's see.
What's the weather like in Japan this time of year, Heat?
It's actually quite nice. It's like fall. It's cooling down a lot. In the evenings, it's nice and cool.
Oh yeah.
In the days, it's still warm.
Well,
Yeah.
that's nice.
You really have the 4 seasons here, and I miss that a lot.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I couldn't live somewhere what was just like 1 season all year round or 2.
That's how it was in Hong Kong. Well, it felt like
Really?
it.
What?
Like, it was more like 2 seasons. It was like
Okay, yeah.
hot or cold.
Yeah,
But
nice.
even the cold wasn't so cold, but your body gets so used to the hot that when it does become cold, it really screws you up.
Crazy.
I think I missed this. It actually had a nice push down, pulled back a little, but not even to the 50%. I should have entered right at that liquidation.
What stopped you?
I won't say.
This could be in a danger with too many eyes on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would prefer. So you see how we are now tapping into demand, right?
Yeah, it may come back up.
And so I would prefer to see a flip on this demand, because that basically confirms that supply is in control. And so if we get a flip here, then either we enter on the flip, or if the flip creates liquidity, we can enter at the liquidation, because it's a very clean candle. Because like right now we are pretty much like, so I would say the the 5 minutes or 15 minutes is bullish, and
yeah.
this could be a higher low, and so we are stuck between supply and demand. And so I would wait to see if demand actually fails, and then if it does, then it's clean. I think it's clean traffic until the next demand.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now we are reacting to demand, so the supply could it's even more equalized now, so could very well go higher.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, if it respects this supply and then breaks demand or breaks the low, we have a failed reaction, and so I will try to get in on the flip.
Yeah, that was a strong reaction on that demand.
So yeah, if it breaks the low, then I think shorts might be very good actually, because we have a bunch of equal lows also down here, and so there's a possibility that it will just run a lot lower. But yeah, I really need to see demand failing, because this could very well just be a higher low, and then there's a bunch of equal highs.
Yeah, it's reacting off the supply now. See what happens.
And especially since we are now mitigating that supply, if we break the low, the flip, it's pretty much the last point of supply, and so it's just a very clean entry. If it pullbacks, obviously. Sometimes it just doesn't pull back.
Yeah.
Yeah, EU gave a very nice short. I didn't trust it. It did exactly what I'm talking about on EU. So basically, it went higher and then broke the low, and so there's a failed reaction, and then just came back to mitigate the supply that created the failed reaction, and then melted.
Lisboa, if you just look at my screen for a sec, with
Yeah.
you see where the one with this, you see the break of this demand here. Would that be significant enough for you to short when it comes back up?
No, and the only reason is because if you go to the 5 minutes,
It's because it's in that larger area.
yeah, or even on the 3 minutes, that's the actual demand that pushed price higher.
Okay. Yeah. I see you.
So yeah, I just look over some like a couple of time frames, and then if there's a cleaner higher time frame zone, I might use the higher time frame than the lower one, especially because that demand didn't do much.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it could be good for shorts. Just for me, because it's going higher, it's going impulsively.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. No. It's good to see your view on it.
So like right now, if it breaks the low, I think I'm gonna go short on the food if I get an entry. And I like to look for like more confirmation because like right now we are still in discount, so shorts are a little less probable. If we were in premium, I would maybe not look for so much confirmation, but because we are in discount still and we just reaccumulated, I think it's just better to wait.
Yeah, I'm really starting to really ascertain the idea that sitting on your hands is honestly the best thing you can do, even if it looks like a great opportunity, but you're just not 100% sure. It's better to watch it play out than potentially take a loss for no reason.
Yeah, because like even realistically, like you only need one good trade a day to be fair.
Yeah, 100%.
So if you have the patience,
yeah.
So if you have the patience to wait for that, like yesterday, I took one very good trade in the morning, and then I came back to the shorts in the afternoon, and I completely revenge traded, and I mean I ended up the day in a loss. So that just goes to show, like, if I had just taken that good trade in the morning and then just called it a day and go do other stuff, I would have been in profit. Are you trading UJ at the moment? Eski.
I haven't been, but I've been sort of wanting to be getting back into it for like some like higher time frame plays.
You reckon we might?
I don't have the attention span to do multiple pairs on the lower time frames in a day, but I kind of want to have like a pair in the background. I can just mark up zones, and when it hits those zones, just look for a lower time frame entry for a higher time frame play. So it's between AU and UJ at the moment. But no, we're not actually actively trading at the moment. Are you?
Yeah, I am. I wanted to know your opinion on it. If you reckon we will have more shorts. So like you see the low that it made.
Yeah.
No, the very low. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
even lower.
Lower.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch to your screen.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, you see that 4 hours zone below it, unmitigated?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was really expecting price to go to that supply. to that demand, I mean. And so because it didn't, I'm maybe considering more shorts, but I don't know if because overall it's still bullish. So
Yeah. Good luck. Yeah, I think it's good for shorts. I like how you sort of see this demand area here.
yeah,
So obviously we come up, we take the inefficiency, we fail to break the supply, and this supply line here is part of the gradual break we're seeing here. Yeah, so this fails to break it, then obviously supply violates it, then the hourly. We bounce down, come up, taking this internal liquidity out. Yeah, I don't see why this area wouldn't be good for shorts if like there was confirmations. What do you see? What do you think?
yeah. So I'm gonna share
it's
my
down into
screen.
like this inefficiency down here into back into here. We had like a retracement back and down into here, maybe.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so what I was looking for was basically, so
Yeah, I look at your screen.
let's see, 5 minutes. Okay, so we reacted to the LPSY of this distribution right here,
Yeah.
and then we kind of broke structure. We broke all these demands,
Yeah.
but we failed to break this one. But then because we reacted and we didn't go higher, I'm just waiting to see if we can get a push lower than this, and then if we do, I think it's good to short and target this zone, because this low failed to take out the high, so this would be a weak low.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like the only thing about UJ is that sometimes I get these distributions, and then price just liquidates the highs, and then respect some other supply and then drops.
Yeah.
And so for me, sometimes it's hard to choose the zones.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna price about these areas myself. See what
I
happens.
kind of wish that this supply, this sweep right here would have mitigated the supply above.
Yeah, I see that.
Because technically this is the last point of demand, and this was the supply that broke that demand,
Yeah,
and
so
this would be inducements. So I kind of wish we tapped into this supply before dropping, but I don't know. I mean, pretty much we stopped here. Yeah, I think it looks good for shorts. I don't know.
Does it good for shorts? I reckon. Yeah, I see what you're saying about that wick. It's like it's not equal highs, but it's like relative equal highs.
Yeah.
We haven't had a full, like you said, mitigated this key supply here. Well, yeah, as we tapped into it and then we just broke down. Yeah, that level.
Yeah, I kind of want to see if we can break the low, because so if we sweep the highs and tap into supply, we should be able to take out structure, right? And so if we fail to break the low, that means the high is weak, and because this is relative equalized, then there's a chance that we might go higher.
Yeah.
So yeah, like right now, for me, I would love to see, I don't know, maybe we come up, respect supply right here, and then break the low. And
yeah. That'd be good, actually. Nice 50% tap of that demand. Gold can break this demand. I'm going to look for shorts off this supply. But if we get a 5-minute shift here, I'll go for longs. Just sort of ping-ponging between supply and demand here. But this, this level's really good for me because it's at the 4 hour, and you know, just because we had that really big push up, I'm not going to discount the idea we can still break down. But at the same time, if we hold this, the longs will be good.
yeah, EU is breaking down. Maybe I might take a short.
Yeah. You can see the that transfer of liquidity with a supply line. Did you did you take a short in the end?
Yeah, I've entered order. I just put a limit order.
Nice.
We'll see if it comes back and hits it.
Where's your limit?
5670.
Okay. And the stop is above the eye, right?
It's above the high, yeah. It's a wide stop loss.
Yeah, I'd love to see a clear sweep all these weeks, and then break, and then because right now I don't know where I would enter.
Yeah, right now I would prefer a sweep of the highs, but I just don't see it happening.
I mean, this could just become a bigger distribution, so we could even come higher and then drop lower. But yeah, right now would be. Yeah, I would like to short this, but just don't know where to enter. This is unmitigated, but this is. Then my stop would be part of liquidity. I'm just gonna wait a little longer. Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave, and I'll be back for probably the overlap.
Yeah,
All right.
that's it, mate.
We'll see you guys.
Talk to you later. One of the things I like about EU for shorts is the fact that we're in the supply zone that created that strong move down.
Yeah. It's very much it's very much a key supply zone in terms of what it did because it was responsible for this complete breakdown. That real nice impulsive candle down. We've come into it, and we're just seeing a really good shift of structure. I mean, I personally would have entered if I was trading this morning as soon as these 5-minute candles are broken. However, I'm not even sure if I would have got an entry though. Would have done.
Normally for me, I would have entered.
Yeah.
But I was just hesitant.
Yeah. This is what I've been realizing with the live streams. Obviously, I mean, we all trade the same but differently, right? So, the way we analyze can be a little bit different. And it's like kind of like if someone sees one thing and the other person sees another thing, it becomes like it's like conflicting views, isn't it? But
Yeah.
the other person isn't too sure. No one gets in. So I think that is something for us to watch, I guess, for when we do these group live streams. And it's just like, I suppose just stick to your guns. If we see a trade what we think is right, regardless, just take it, I think. But at the same time though, it is good to get other people's views. It can just be not dangerous, but
It's safer in the long run. It's just,
it is.
I mean, the safer you are, but the safer you are, it's going to keep you out of
harm's way.
Potential good trades as well.
Yeah, that's the issue. See, that's the issue. So, yeah, probably would have been running that like that with my setup 8RR.
Yeah, that was exactly my entry. And my stop was actually around that area as well.
But yeah, I really want to see what gold does here. We can trade. We trade through this. It's very much looking like a supply to demand flip off this zone. Hopefully, I can get that in the live stream, and it plays out. But yeah, since I did that little UJ markup as well, if we hit either of these zones, I'll probably look for just a structure shift as well. Okay. Yeah, I'm also considering longs here if the right structure is put in.
One thing about you, though, we've seen it a million times where they'll just push in the right direction, the direction that we think it's going to go, and then have a massive pullback back to origin.
Yeah.
And
you think about all those EU. Yeah, sorry.
At one point or another, I don't think it's too late. I think we still have a chance.
Think about all those EU trades you've got in, what's gone the distance and come right back.
Yeah.
So many. The return to origin is common.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Gonna take a long here.
you enter?
Yeah. Yeah, so I see two things. This gets traded through, but I get on the flip, or this goes up, this runs up. But yeah, for me, I entered because we got equal highs, relatively equal highs, and we had the 3 1-minute closes above the 5-minute, and it was just in my zone. A bit about 1 minute.
All right.
Oh, I've had my headphone, my mic muted this whole time, and I've just been talking. Oh, that's great. Yeah. So I don't know if you heard me. Yes, I took a -1 on that one. So I was expecting that as a potential outcome, but I liked the that impulse and had like 3 1-minute closes. So I figured I'd take it. But now I'm hoping for the flip. So if we can get into here, I'll take a fractal Wyckoff down. Or maybe some sort of buy down here to then sell. Let's see what structure is doing. Much going on at EU?
He's looking good. Actually, I'm gonna switch my screen right now. Just quickly explain. So what I'm seeing now on EU is we're seeing a clear distribution.
Yeah.
So Sellers Climax, AR, ST, and now we have our sign of weakness. It may just come down from here. But at the same time, what I'm hoping is we come back, either do some kind of ellipse, because we haven't had a UTAD yet.
No.
So proper UT or UTAD would be nice, and then get into a short. It's just a timing that's a little odd for me because, I mean, we didn't really see much at London Open.
No.
But we could see that pullback quite soon because we're entering that time period where we see a lot of weird reactions in the market.
Yeah, agreed.
So we can stream for a little longer, see if this plays out. Otherwise, we'll probably
another half hour. Yeah,
maybe something like that.
What we've showed really is some analysis and 1 loss.
Yeah.
With Forex Warriors.
If I took that short, I could have already. I already could have got a partial, and then I could have got a re-entry on this pullback.
Yeah.
If it comes back. But what I'll target is when it does come back, I'll put in a sell stop, and then just monitor the price action. If it breaks the highs, then I may pull it, just to see what the liquidation does.
Yeah.
And because it may continue up, there's always that possibility. But I mean, the likelihood now, at least from what I'm seeing, is that liquidation will just be a UTAD and then push down. And as the structure is, I mean, it's a significant structure on, the 1 minute.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it may break the lows. It may switch back to the higher time frame order flow and just continue down.
Yeah, it's a possibility. Definite.
If you are in the new sell hit,
I'm not in yet. I missed my entry. My first entry would have been this one, but I didn't enter, so I'll get in on the pullback.
Yeah, I don't really like this EU structure right now. I can't see anything. So
It looks nice for me because it's distributing, so I'm just waiting for that final pushback. I mean, it may do something like this where it comes back to take the sweep, and then after that push down. So I'm hoping this will be the sweep area, and then after that it pushes down strong.
yeah.
It'll probably do what it did like last night. It'll probably come back strong
Shit, it's going
Yes, this is scaring us like crazy on our entry, but I mean, we gotta take it. Well, I gotta take it at least.
Yeah, I mean, you buy right now, so I think maybe you will go up to. You took out some buy side liquidity already.
Alright, this could be the pullback because we do have a supply zone here, but I don't think I'll enter here.
Yeah, this week on the major pair will mitigate really up in scratch.
Yeah, seems to get some pullback action. Yeah, the only thing I'm conscientious of from gold is this demand here break this supply. So although it doesn't break this supply,
Let me switch your scene.
demand's quite strong still.
Okay, your screen's on now.
Yeah, so the only thing I'm sort of conscientious about with gold is obviously we didn't break the 4 hour up here, but this 1 hour demand area did take out this 1 hour area here. So I mean, we could see a continued break to the top side. So I'll be looking for confirmations if I am to short here, of course. Alright, get a nice pullback in you.
Yeah. But I'm scared that this could be the demand zone that it pushes back down from. But it could be just an invalid one.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at the structure, it looks like it's going to come back to origin at one point or another, and then if it does, I'll get into short sense.
Yeah.
It's just a little disappointing because I had that trade. I just didn't pull the trigger because I started having second thoughts.
Yeah, just, you see a trade, take it.
Yeah, my mind was set actually. It's just right at the last second I had second thoughts and just didn't pull the trigger.
I mean, it did look a little bit like reaccumulation, and it's not. You think about this massive impulse into that supply. Selling into impulse isn't always the best thing to do.
Yeah, but the thing I think we need to keep in mind is the fact that we are
Heavily bearish.
Bearish on the higher time frames. So
Yeah.
it slipped right into, a very notable supply zone.
Yeah, it looks like it's pulling back, so you might get another entry here. If you are to re-enter, what's your entry going to look like?
It depends on the price action because, like I said, I'd like to see a sweep of the highs. Not the highs, but at least the middle high.
Yeah.
And then if that happens, then I'll push my entry up.
Yeah.
A little higher, maybe around this range.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't happen, I'll enter right here.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's melting now. I sort of almost hit my first partial, my first real partial. It's pushing down hard. It's already back into the previous range. Yeah, gold's come down a lot as well.
Yeah, it's pushing down quite heavy.
Created head and shoulders.
Oh, classic. Should we pull the stream now? I don't think we're gonna get anything in a half hour.
Yeah, we may as well.
Yeah, well, I'll do a little wrap up. So yeah, thanks for watching. Obviously, unfortunately, we've had quite another slow London. Yeah, so we were able to show you a bit of analysis. I took a -1. Heat missed an entry on what did turn out to be a runner, hopefully. Yeah, so we hope you enjoyed the live stream. We hope to be doing these on a consistent basis moving forwards. Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks a lot, guys.